Hi guys, DK here. Welcome to part 4 of this multi-part series on building a new corner laminated pine top desk with pipe legs for my wife Sue. And in this episode Sue is sanding and polyurethaning. This is pretty much going to be most of the video. So what we've done with the top is after it was all glued up or machined down and glued up at our friend's wood factory, we have transported it home, and Sue has got into sanding the bottom side of this of the desk. So that was 100 grit and then 180 grit to first smooth it off and then take all the scratches out. And once it was all looking all nice and smooth, it was time to get into the first coat of polyurethane. So yeah, the finish on this is just a fairly standard clear polyurethane, and all up we were aiming for 3 coats on both sides. So this is the first coat on the bottom side. So yeah, the process is going to be get the bottom all 3 coats onto the bottom side, and then move on to putting the legs on, which makes putting doing the coats on the top side a lot easier. We don't have to mainly we don't have to put it onto sawhorses and risk damaging the finish that's already put onto the bottom side. So yep, Sue's getting close to this end of this first coat here, just running around cleaning up all the drips, and it'll be left for the night. So 24 hours later, it's back outside on the sawhorses and getting cut back down again with 180 grit. And the idea here, especially for this first coat, is to cut that finish back as flat as possible. So it's knocking all the high spots off, all the dust, nibs, the grain tends to stick up a lot on that first coat, and especially it tends to get absorbed quite a lot. And there's just a wipe down with a damp rag to get rid of the dust, and a bit of a brush off to get the dust out of the little cracks. And then we're back inside. So the timber for this desktop, it's what ended up being about 35 millimeters is the final thickness, and it is laminated pine, so South African grown pine. And our friend Monique owns a factory that machines and processes a lot of this timber, mainly for like skirting boards, architraves, trim pieces, and I think she has one of the largest finger jointing machines in the whole country. And so all of that, with all of that sort of production, she does end up with a lot of offcuts, and the offcuts are can be quite interesting. So what we asked her for this particular desktop is we wanted the sort of the most stained, the most knotted, the sort of for what you would describe as B grade, and it does give these really amazing colors. So here we are. We're moving on to attaching the legs onto this bottom of this setup, and yeah, we're just carefully getting everything aligned, making sure that all of the aluminium flanges are all nicely are all clocked to the correct direction, and that we've got sort of even spacing everywhere. Now this leg setup came from a local company called Aluminium Flanges, and they kind of specialize in these sort of custom sized up pipe furniture. They can supply all the parts, but they can also supply all the pipes cut and threaded to your specification. So I'd used them a few years ago when I'd created the straight desk that's already in our office, and once I had the plan for this one all drawn up, I simply sent them through the the drawings, and a few days later, for quite reasonable money, this set up right back. So yeah, just getting everything aligned, tightened down, just using square drive wood screws here, and there's 4 per flange. So just providing a bit of weight there to get everything sitting flat. And once we had all of those on, it was time to start looking at sanding doing the sanding on the top. So again, 100 grit just to flatten everything down, remove any scratches or dents, and then 180 grit to smooth everything out and get it ready for finish. So this is yeah, just a big part of building desks like this is the finishing. It's I think all up took it over a week to get all of the sanding and polyurethaning done. So just about to the end of sanding this top down, and then we'll be cleaning everything off, wiping down with a wet rag, just getting all that dust off that you don't want in that final finish. And then it was on to polyurethane. So this is the first coat on the top side, and you can see the lovely colours coming through. We just really like having this this kind of stained and knotted timber. It just brings so much character to this desktop. So and it came out beautiful, absolutely lovely gloss finish on here, and the 3 coats in total just gave it a really hard, really nice, really durable finish. It will take a few days for it to, well, probably a few weeks for it to finally cure off, but we're super happy. Well, there we have it, guys. That is part 4, all done and dusted. We'll be back with part 5, the final installation, in very short order. Thank you very much.